Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So in today's video, I want to share the story of this couple that went to sleep and never woke up, and then their house girl has been arrested. Okay, let me read it to you guys exactly how it is on Punch newspaper. So it says, Oshu couple found dead at home, buried without autopsy. House help held. And this is by Bola, Bami Bola of Punch. Okay, and it says, emotions ran high on Thursday when the remains of an Ilesha-based cleric, Oluwasukanmi Eso, and his wife, Deborah, were buried in their residence at the Imole Ayo area of Ilesha, Osun State. The couple were found dead in their house in the early hours of Friday, October 1st. Punch Metro learned that the incident led to the arrest of their house help, said to be 10 years old. There were reports that the death might be a result of food poisoning. But the Osun Police Public Relations Officer, Yemisi Opalola, said the investigation had commenced to unravel the mystery. Opalola, however, said generator fumes was strongly suspected to be the cause of the death. But a close family source said the deceased were buried without autopsies, following a request by the children of the couple that the corpse should be given to them for interment. The police spokesperson confirmed that the children of the couple requested the remains when autopsy had not been conducted on them. She said, "We asked that autopsies should be conducted on the corpses, but their children came to us and said they were not interested again and said they want to bury their parents. The police cannot pay for the autopsy. It is costly, and since they are not in support of the effort, it is the end of the whole thing." The children insisted they wanted to bury their parents. At the brief burial service for the deceased, held amongst tension and conducted by clerics by the Last Day Deliverance Miracle Ministry, Ilesha, families, relations, and business associates of the couple wept uncontrollably. The couple, buried beside each other, were survived by two children who were also present at the funeral. Efforts to get the reaction of the family proved futile, as a source close to them told our correspondent that they are not willing to talk to the media yet. Anyways, I saw that and I wanted to share with you guys. To be honest, even before I read the article, I only saw the caption. I was thinking, and they said the house girl is arrested. I was thinking to myself, okay, when they are saying it may be poisoning, typically this is not how poison kills people. Typically, you know, they would have been sick for a while, maybe vomit, runny stomach, a bit of illness. Like they don't just go to sleep and not wake up. That is not typically how poison is known to function. When I saw the caption, they said they went to bed and they never woke up or whatever. First thing that came to my mind, that I know it's common, it happens in Nigeria, is generator fumes. That was even before I read the article and I saw that it is there. It happens, the fact that they died in the same room. You understand? They are dead. If the two people were poisoned, the people bodies react a bit differently. They cannot just boom at the same time. So it shows you that it doesn't come across as typical. I'm just saying typically how poison works, but not in all cases. There may be some cases that may be different. That's one thing that came to my mind. And I thought to myself, how can you say there's no autopsy? Obviously, there's no toxicology report. You're supposed to do toxicology report to see, okay, there's actually proof that there's poison in their system. Nothing was done, and then you were still holding a 10-year-old. Let me tell you, that tells you that is a 10-year-old that is a child of poor people. This is the life of the poor. You can just arrest a 10-year-old and hold her without proof, without tangible reason to hold her. Now, I don't know, I'm not coming here to say a 10-year-old is not capable of this or capable of, but where do you even begin to prove this girl guilty when, why is even a 10-year-old a house girl? Okay, I'm going to end up, this video is going to end up, but think about it. For a 10-year-old to be a house girl is poverty. You know, because one topic can bring up different issues and problems in a society. These are some of the things that are coming to my mind. A 10-year-old, like my youngest daughter is 15. I can't imagine my daughter be anybody's house girl. Even my child is 20. I can't give my child to anybody to be anybody's house girl. It is a poor people thing. Let's be honest. We all want to raise our children, send them to good schools and let them come out. Nobody wants their children to be anybody's servant. But the 10-year-old is these people's house girl. And we know that house girl job is not something for, I work hard in my home. In my house, I'm even sharing job for all of us. My children have their job. Sometimes I do their job because maybe they rush off to work or to school and I'm at home. I do it. You know, there's a way I like to look after my home that my children may never ever do it the way I like. But all of us are sharing the job. Imagine a 10-year-old as the house help of a house. You all know how it works. It's a lot of work for a 10-year-old child. Okay. How do you arrest a 10-year-old child? The worst part, there is no proof she did it. Let me tell you, there's this saying that you're better off letting a guilty person go free than let an innocent person suffer. You may not like that sentence, but that is why they say innocent until proven guilty. This girl now has a name now that they've given her as whatever, without proof that this couple were even poisoned. No proof of anything. And it just makes you realize what kind of system it is. But on the other hand now, they are even saying they are investigating. And then they say the autopsy is too expensive. It reminds you the country we call Nigeria, where autopsy, that is normal in most societies, that if a patient dies, even me as a nurse. For example, I had a patient that I was looking after, you know, but that was my first night looking after her. And I was doing this night shift. She died on that shift. But when I came in, I was told already that she didn't look okay. This woman ended up dying that night during my shift. Like, when I was on my shift, she was already unconscious. Like, she was already very, very bad. She had really deteriorated before I even started my shift. And that's my first time looking after her. But we had to call their family and told them, you know, your mother is passing her. And the family came. And they said, their mother came here with whatever, injury on the foot or something like that. How come she died of something that was not even related? I can't remember now. And they're like, that doesn't make any sense. Instantly, the family is demanding autopsy. They have to do the autopsy. You will not hear them say, there's no money. Oh, Nigeria. It's too expensive. It shows you how far behind. It's good. We have to acknowledge our problems. People don't want us to talk about our problems. So we have to be acknowledging that we have problems. Because if you do not acknowledge that you have problems, how do you then begin to look for the solutions out of these problems? These people have been buried without autopsy. Whether they were killed or they died naturally will never be found out because they're already buried. A young child, let me not say innocent because I don't know. A young child already has this name tag without proof. You think people in that community will ever look at that little girl in the same way again? I don't believe so. But there is no opportunity to clear her name. If she's guilty, to prove her guilty. Or clear her name if she's innocent. It's showing you the society we live in. But anyways, you know, on the other hand, the children that say, just give us. It's possible they said, give us. Because we cannot afford this autopsy. Who must spend the money to do better? What's the point? You know, some people will say, what's the point? Our parents are already dead. It doesn't matter. Just give us, let us do what we're going to do and move on with our lives. It's such a sad story to hear that a couple just went to sleep and never woke up. But at the same time, it's sad to know that we may never know what really happened to them. Because if it was something else, people are going to be like, something else that's supposed to educate others. The whole world, or let's say Nigerians are going to miss out on learning and be like, oh, this couple did this, oh, after they did that, oh, that was what ended their life. Let's be careful in our own house, oh, it was this, oh, it was that. People have been deprived of the opportunity of learning from these people's story because of the jaga way things are done, you know, in Nigeria. Let's not forget, they even say, even if it's the so-called poisoning, should be the right time they say some people ate suya and they died. What if this couple bought something? Maybe they went out to a restaurant and maybe somehow the food, there was something not right. If truly not poisoning itself, maybe they ate out, they went out and they ate out and nobody knows that. There are a lot of other ways that this may be explained, but you see, Nigeria, no investigation, no nothing. You know, I remember ages ago, there was a time I was discussing in a post about how women that are deleting their husbands. And some Nigerians, you see, you guys don't know anything. You know, let's be honest. There are a lot of men in Nigeria that their exit cannot be explained. But Nigeria will never find that. You see, some of us come up and speak about, okay, if a man beats his wife, we'll come and make video and say, you don't supposed to beat your wife. You have mouth to talk. Two of you should sit down and communicate. And some people like, feminism. We say a man has no right to hit his wife. Oh, feminism. Women that are vocal are better than women that do not speak. There are some women that say, you don't hit me. Don't ever hit me. They say to their husband. There are some women that are like that. But there are some that will be tolerating the beating. Why am I saying this? Because the fact that Nigeria, they don't quickly do things like toxicology reports, whatever. People just die, they just carry body and they go and bury. They don't ever sit back and nothing is ever investigated in Nigeria. that I'm just still going back to how behind we are. There are a lot of exits of some men in Nigeria. Some women too that are questionable. But Nigeria, we don't know. And so he just sleep. He just the vomit. He called that. He just the this, he just that. He just the shit. He called that. Nothing is being investigated. Why am I saying this? When we think about how backward we are, it makes us know how much behind we are and begin to strategize towards how we can catch up. How we can catch up. There are a lot of deaths in Nigeria that are not being explained, are not being investigated. I remember somebody, he was telling me how a lot of elderly people, that their children are just waiting for them to die so they can share property. The elderly person is so old and they are still not dying. That some of them are getting deleted in Nigeria because they are tired of waiting. The children have been hanging around, waiting for their exit so they can share property, so they can better their life. Because, you know, some people wait for their father's inheritance or whatever. And they get tired of waiting. They just delete their father because they can't wait. He's taking too long. You know, there's some people that stay old. But when the people will be like, he tried, though, he was 90 years old. He was 90, but he did not die naturally. The children deleted them. Nigeria, no investigation. If a lot of deaths in Nigeria are being investigated, you will see that a lot of people are not dying of natural causes. I'm talking about this couple, but I'm using them as an opportunity to express how backward we are, how much we need to step up. There are so much things that are happening that government are not investigating. These people may even be, like I said, a few nearby, but it should be investigated, and people that their names need to be cleared should be cleared. If somebody did it, let the person actually be found guilty. But this is how it goes. There are a lot of exits, a lot of people dying in that country, that if their deaths are being investigated, but we live in a country where things like that, they don't attach our... And when you think about it, that our government, you think that's priority. You think that one is priority. Anyways, all we can do is keep talking. But our speaking is to bring in to our consciousness some of our problems. So in this video, I basically discussed nobody can be calling a 10-year-old girl guilty without proof. I believe is wrong. Okay? And at the same time, I wanted to just talk about how behind we are. It's good to keep talking about it so that we have it in our consciousness. A lot of the places or areas where we need to step up as a country. It revealed to us how behind we are and how much we need to step up. Anyways, I saw that story and I wanted to come and quickly share with you guys. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye. Bye.